image of another bridge on fire. Oh, and the waters run dark and the waters run deep. There is no way to the other side. All the banks are sharp and the walls are steep. I guess you'll have to swim to the other side. So all the bridges I've set towards two, no, they were not meant to hurt any of you. I only needed a place to call mine. I hope you all can forgive me down the line. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Well, that's on an album called So Sang the Crow back there, and it's I recorded it out in Montana. Oh, thank you, guys. This one here is on my last album, produced by the one and only Bo Ramsey, who was here last week. I still feel his presence. You know, I feel just a little cooler. It must have been the Bo energy still in the house. So. This one is one that I took down there to Muscle Shoals, and I was thinking, I wonder how this is going to go over this song. Because I talk about the rebel flag being a convoluted thing, and the Alabama players I was playing with loved this song. So they're the Swampers. Anyway, it's kind of a celebration and also criticism of small town life and in the Midwest or the Bible Belt. And I grew up, you know, small town of Guthrie Center, Iowa. Yeah. Good to see you, John. And I was always conflicted. I was, you know, all my friends came from different homes than I did, and my mom was a single mom, just trying to make a living as a teacher and keeping everything together. Yeah, very strong feminist, and you can go. It didn't always go over well in Guthrie Center, or any other small town we've lived in since. But I was always the guy that was, you know, trying out for everything. I was, you know, the wrestling captain, football captain, and art club president, and swing choir, and all these things. But I was also the only guy in the locker rooms quoting Gloria Steinem. So I can guarantee you that. Anyway, this is called Bible Belt Saturday Night. Well, take it easy on the throttle, it'll kick your ass. Broken pop bottles and Coca-Cola glass. Down by the station where your uncle worked, it was the only car wash in town. Where all the towny boys on a Saturday nights with their rolled up sleeves, fixing for a fight or a roll in the back of a deviled out detailed 74 Monte Carlo. They were singing, oh baby, got a love machine, scooping that loop on American dream. Oh, maybe the best I ever saw was a Bible Bell Saturday night. Oh. Wound up tight with a peach fuzz stash. He couldn't talk right. No, he stuttered, he spit every time that he talked to any pretty girl he saw. Oh, but Jen, she cooled him down. He took her slower on the curves, and everyone said Jenny could have done better, but Jenny said she disagreed. Oh, and Jim would pull a souped-up truck by the cars. He'd crank up the stereo. I think it was Fishing in the Dark. I never saw the county boys dance like that. It echoed all across the town. They were singing, oh, baby, got a love machine, scooping that loop on American Dream. Oh, maybe the best I ever saw was a Bible Bell Saturday night. Kid had to keep a lot head, and I shoved it all down neath the airtight lid. I kept my universal mind from the brutal kinds of the racists and the homophobes. Oh, 'cause that's where we grow them, in the undisturbed middle of America, where not a word is to be spoken against the stars, the stripes, and the convoluted rebel flags. We're all singing, oh, baby, got a love machine, scooping that loop on American Dream. Oh, maybe the best I ever saw was a Bible Bell Saturday night. That next verse. And then some red-headed teacher from further east, a teacher of art and music, a real prairie hippie, preaching MLK, Dylan, and Guthrie. Man, she set that shit town on fire. Oh, and I took it as an omen, and I learned to fly. I didn't look back until I was so high, looking down on the town where I once grew up. Hey, saying, look at that pretty string of lights. They're all singing, oh, baby, got a love machine, scooping that loop on American Dream. Oh, maybe the best I ever saw was a Bible Bell Saturday night. Oh, maybe the best I ever saw was a Bible Bell Saturday night. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you very much. How about these players? Man. Dave Ducharme-Jones right there. Kathryn Severing Fox. Scott Sutherland and Russ Tomlinson, man. Thank you very much. Well, this one here's the title track for an album back there. I did that Sun Studio, and this one was not the title track when I first went down there. we were just going to do all these live songs and in the studio there, and it was a different song altogether that was going to be the title track, and then this song kind of fit the room, it felt like, and it went on from there. This became the title. So. I rest heavy every night, ever since you came to my life. I was so lost before that day. Now with you, I know the way. Every spring I hear the birds, ooh, and they sing your every word. The rain is gone, the sky's so clear. Now with you, with me, my dear. Give her a hand right there. Ah, Dave. I know some things are not meant to be. I know some things just leave you blue. Baby, please tell this to me. Oh, how can we be apart when my heart stays with you? I rest heavy every night, ever since you came to my life. I was so lost before that day. Now with you, I know the way. Now with you, I know the way. Yeah, thank you. You guys rock, man. That was the best audience ever, man. I went down to the Delta just so I could save my soul. Made it over to the east side. I fought the fight in Jericho. Mama told me, son, you ought to quit your rambling. But I've been everywhere, Mama, where I should have been. So I went up the mountain, saw the ocean blue. I've been talking to your people when I probably should have talked to you. I've been way up to the promised land, down through hell and back again. will never find a home. Well, I say that the home fires burn hot deep within. So I've been everywhere, mama, where I should have been. In an Arizona desert, I lost all decency. I was up in that Utah salt when I found my frequency. And the question begs the answer, what's around that next bend? So I've been everywhere, man, where I should have been. And I tramped around the forest, forded that wild stream, blazed a path through the switchgrass just to find me another scene. I'm almost semi-across these lips, but I know I never settle in. Oh, 'cause I've been everywhere, man, where I should have been. Oh, they say the rambling man is like a rolling stone. They say the rambling man will never find a home. But I say that the home fires burn hot deep within. So I've been everywhere, but where I should have been. Oh, I've been everywhere, man, but where I should have been. Yeah, home fire blues there. Yeah. Home fire blues. That song is all about wanderlust. Two of my favorite words put together. I could use a little more guitar in the monitor. Brian, thank you so much. Give Brian a big round of applause. He's working the sound. Here's an old song of mine that I actually won some award years ago. It was before the internet was really that big a deal. These song contests are everywhere now. But this was one from the Folk Alley, and they were doing the song contest, and I won the thing, but there was a lot. It was crazy. Folk singers can be really, dramatic, because there was a popular vote, and then there's the judges who were on Folk Alley staff, and I did not win the popular vote. It's the story of my life. And then I ended up winning, though, and flew out there, but I was supposed to open for Bela Fleck and Abigail Washburn. Yeah, and I missed my flight. And so I got to push back until the next day, which Tom Paxton and Loudon Wainwright III and Odetta were there, so I got to open for them instead. And this is the song I got to sing for that, and it's called Bluebird Creek. She's there in that valley, the town I grew up in. I used to run around it The grass was sweet and green. Now I'm just some stranger. Now I am new, and no one needs a wayfarer. I don't know what to do, 'cause I don't feel at home in my home in the valley where the Bluebird Creek flows on and on and on without me. Came a long, long way down from the hill country with her long dark hair and big brown eyes, just as pretty as can be. Now that I'm away from her, she's pretty as can be, with her little boy standing at her side. The little boy looks like me, and I don't feel at home in my home in the valley where the Bluebird Creek flows on and on and on without me. Oh, yeah. My troubles fly around like the bluebirds in the sky. They huddle around me down by the riverside. And we drink together, yeah, we drink it dry. And when we've had our fill, we take our songs into the sky, singing we don't feel at home in our home in the valley where the Bluebird Creek flows on and on and on without me. No, I don't feel at home in my home in the valley where the Bluebird Creek flows on and on and on and on and on. She's there in that valley in the town I grew up in. I used to run around it, the grass was sweet and green. Now I'm just some stranger, now I am new, and no one needs a wayfarer. I don't know what to do, 'cause I don't feel at home in my home in the valley where the Bluebird Creek flows on and on and on without me. No, I don't feel at home in my home in the valley where the Bluebird Creek flows on and on and on and on and on. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Ah, an old one there, man. Yeah, until I heard fiddle on that, I didn't know I needed so much fiddle on that. Yeah. I'm like, please, we'll play that at every set. Kathryn Severing Fox, man.
I'm glad he finds me useful.
Well, that's a new one here. Got an old one to a new one here. Make sure I do it in tune here. So after I got done singing that Bluebird Creek, I was at Kent State Folk Festival for that gig, and Tom Paxton was waiting in the wings, and it was the best compliment ever. He was standing there waiting to play after me, and he's like, I come off the stage, and he just slaps me on my back and goes, "You got what it takes, kid." Bam! Hit me in the back, and walked out and killed it. I was like, oh, thank you. This is called Heartache is Home. This is a new one here. Hello, heartache. You know, I gotta say, I thought you had gone. All this time you were waiting to catch me alone. And all my good friends and long-lost lovers told me I was wrong, and I believe them now that heartache is home. Oh, and I had tried to drink you away. I got clean and sober, but somehow you stayed. I had hoped you'd run on somewhere to parts unknown. But I see now that heartache is home. There are memories, they're all around me, as clear as the day. I started thinking as I was drinking that I could hide them in a haze. But even as the fog rolled in, covered all the ground, what I found is that heartache is home. Tried to drink you away. I got clean and sober, but somehow you stayed. I had hoped you'd run off somewhere to parts unknown. But I see now that heartache is home. Yes, I see now that heartache is home. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you. New song. Well, there's another new one. Well, let's play another new one here. It's called Another Hail Mary. I spent a long time. My son is 24 and he just got married, and yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'm worried. They were both theater majors, and all I had for advice for him was, "There's going to be a lot of drama. Just hang tight together, and you'll be fine." But I used to spend a lot of time on the road. Thank you. Spent a lot of time on the road with him. He was, 4 years old, and I was, divorced and just trying to make a living doing this. And he'd just be riding in the back, and everything was an adventure in Dad's rusted out Toyota with chopsticks holding up the interior lining of the car. And we'd break down on the way back from Colorado or something, and we'd be sitting in Lyman at the truck stop, and I was like, here's another adventure. We're going to sleep in a parking lot. Have you ever done that? He thought I was the coolest. Anyway, this song is kind of talking about that, and my boy, and just being on the road and traveling a lot. So, just got to remember. Well, open up your window, put it into drive, head out on the highway pointed west. You know, I've always been this way ever since I was a child, with a longing deep inside my chest. So it's an open stretch of road with hope inside my heart, and Bob Dylan playing loud on the radio. I'm blowing through to Concord. It's a long haul, another Hail Mary. I pray to make Santa Fe tonight. We talked about the book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. You said it was just like me, dragging my boy way out west. I said without some desert time, a boy stands no chance. So it's an open stretch of road with hope inside my heart, and Bob Dylan playing loud on the radio. I'm blowing through to come carry. It's a long haul, another Hail Mary. I'm ready to make Santa Fe tonight. I've lost more than I'd like, but I've gained more than some. Lord, these waterways bring out the best and worst in me. So it's an open stretch of road with hope inside my heart. Bob Dylan playing loud on the radio. I'm blowing through to come carry. It's a long haul, another Hail Mary. Pray to make Santa Fe tonight. Thank you so much. See, yeah, there's tip buckets here. If you like what you hear, and throw it in. If you don't like it, put some in there anyway. So, if you really hate it, take money out. It's fine. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. No, that's a new one that I've been working on, and Kathryn and I recorded a version of that already, so that'll be on the next album, and we're excited to put that on a couple. I'll be playing a few songs off that new album. This one here is an old one that Bo produced as well, and all these road songs here. It's called Long Road. I was on my way through the desert, and it occurred to me that I dropped my pack way back at the last lone shade tree. And I was on my way to the mountains so big, so bright, and praying their cool, cool waters could save my wretched life. And the future looked bright, so cold and bright, so bright, clean, cool and white. There's a long road that leads me away. Sometimes I take it just so I can say I was on my way to somewhere new. When I look down at my feet, instead of looking up at you, is sweet adoration. It's not that I don't feel something too. Oh, it's just that I may not want to. Yeah, it's just that I may not want to. She'll walk away from me, I'm sure. It's best to leave an open door, for she can't see me for what I really am. 'Cause I am poor and I'm to blame for anyone who's ever cursed my name. I never should have let it get this far. Oh, but the road I traveled on, it winds and winds away too long. Yeah, the road that I travel on, it winds and winds away too long. There's a candle in every house window, ignore the light I've kept lit for you. So with this fire, I'll go to my grave, and every memory of you I'll save, though I know they will not save me too. Oh, the road that I travel along, it winds and winds away too long. Oh, the road that I travel along, it winds and winds away too long. That was creepy and good. Beautiful, guys. All right. Play a couple more here. Yeah. Yeah. I think that was the best you played, Russ, all night. Oh, man. How about these players? Man, it's such a blessing for this community to have this. And honored to be on the stage with you guys. All right. Evergreen, that's what you'll always be to me. Never so far I can't see your heart on the loose. In Idaho, maybe ice, maybe snow. May not make it, I don't know, as long as I'm with you. All the wildest miles are behind me, dear. Oh, but our love grows from year to year. Evergreen, that's what you'll always be to me. Never so far I can't see your heart on the loose. After saying our goodbyes, finally pulled it to the side of the mountain road. And in the wind, I stood there as the fog rolled in. Finally gave up listening for any sign of you. All the wildest miles are behind me, dear. Oh, but our love grows from year to year. Oh, evergreen, that's what you'll always be to me. Never so far I can't see your heart on the loose. Evergreen, that's what you'll always be to me. Never so far I can't see your heart on the loose. right. Thank you so much. We're going to do one more, and then there's going to be a break. Sure you hit those tip jars. And if you're interested in CDs or books, I have poetry books back there as well. And
Or a painting.
Or a painting. I forgot. I brought a painting to sell. And it's back there on the easel. It's a lot more than a CD. So, but I'll talk to you about that if you're interested. He was wondering, do you guys know those are mine, right? Okay. It's fun to, this is the first time I've had my paintings projected behind me, so I'm honored. This is really a pretty cool space to do that, and I'm trying to make sure I get this in tune here. Anyway, this is a train song. I can't miss my train. Got my walking shoes on and I can't miss my train. For 100 miles, take me 3 days or more in the rain. I got my walking shoes on. There's a pretty girl on the other side of the tracks. There's a pretty girl on the other side of the tracks. Dirt in my nails, small showing on my back. Oh, but there's a pretty girl on the other side. I got my walking shoes on, I can't miss my train. Got my walking shoes on, I can't miss my train. For 100 miles, take me 3 days or more in the rain. I got my walking shoes on. Song about God. song about God. I guess I need more grace than I ever thought. Oh, wandering mystic. I got my walking shoes on. I can't miss my train. I got my walking shoes on and I can't miss my train. Over 100 miles, take me 3 days or more in the rain. I got my walking shoes on. All right, we'll be right back.
What's that? Fix it.
Check 1, 2. Hey. Testing. All right. Once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out for Monday Night Live. Yeah. What a wonderful audience, right? Yeah, everybody's really been enjoying the show, and I really want to thank you guys for being here tonight. Chad Elliot, Kathryn, Severin Fox.
Thank you.
What a treat. So this is really such a fun part of the evening because we get to just chat a little bit informally and hear from our artists about kind of what's going on in their lives and just share a few tidbits that maybe you don't get to hear when you just go hear a show. I had to laugh, though, when Chad was talking about being the kid who signed up for everything. I was like, why am I not surprised? One of the things that that always amazes me is when I'm reading about what he's up to is he keeps himself so busy. And when he's not sleeping, he's either singing or painting, doing something fun with your kids.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's really amazing all the things that he's creating, right?
Well, thanks.
So I was
The best interview ever.
But one of my questions really was, do you have moments where you just, as an artist, suffer from burnout?
Oh, burnout. Yes. There are times. I try and keep the balance now after all these years that I've learned how to kind of keep it into a seasonal type thing where there's a season for writing, there's a season for art. And so I feel like I've never get blocked, but also the burnout is a little bit easier to happen, especially in the summer because I'm playing so much that the performing is kind of taking over, and I want to work on art I have to work on art. Some of them are deadlines for projects, so I feel like there's a little bit of a burnout in the summer sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, do you just let yourself sometimes just completely?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Great, I'm glad to hear that.
Last night I was sitting there and at home, and it was Father's Day, so I felt like I could do this. I just was like, honey, I'm going to go camp in my van at a park nearby because my daughter had a sleepover, and I was like, I don't know if I can do that right now. So she was, bye-bye.
What a great way to escape a sleepover. Kathryn, for you too, you stay so busy. You are playing everywhere, and when you're not playing everywhere, you're teaching. Yeah. When you crash, what do you do to take care of yourself?
My therapist asks me that pretty much every week. And my answer is usually, I don't. Well, I guess writing songs. If I'm able to digest my life every day, write some lyrics, and maybe even have a complete song, then, that tends to even me back out so that I don't feel quite so overwhelmed with everything. But I'm also really lucky to be doing music all the time, and so I remind myself of that too,
that gratitude.
That I love everything I'm doing, so that's a big thing.
Of course, yeah. I think that there's always that gratitude, and even if you're exhausted, by the time you get back on stage, there's that energy that happens, right?
Yeah, and these folks here.
Yeah.
I often remind myself too. I remember working summer concrete construction, and it was the worst job I've ever had in my life, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done. So anytime I feel like oh, poor me, I just think back on slogging concrete in the hot summer sun. Like, oh, things could be worse.
No kidding.
So the other thing I was kind of amazed by when I was kind of looking through Chad's stuff, how many albums do you have out?
25.
That's
put there. Yeah. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
Oh, they're not all good, though.
Can you, in order, name the albums?
Oh, yeah. They're like my children, yeah. No, I could.
You don't have to.
You want me to? Well, it's easy because there's a Den Sessions was 10 albums in 1 year. I did like a 10 album project. So that's a big chunk of them. But yeah, I started off with a really home project called New Young Destination that I always thought it'd be fun to go back and record now that I can do it. Back then I had this really bad sound card, and it was kind of influenced by Elliot Smith and the kind of a folk punk kind of thing, and then it had this terrible sound card, so it just went throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, it'd be cool to go back and see if the songs hold up.
I think you can do that too. You know, we were talking with Bo last week about his latest thing, which is really, he revisited some songs from '92, right?
Yeah, his EP there, yeah.
It was cool because Bo reached out to Dave this afternoon, texted him, and sent him a picture. But, you know, he knew that Chad was playing, so he made sure and asked us to tell everybody, you know, to have a wonderful evening. And yeah.
It's quite an honor.
Yeah. Well, what do you have going this summer? Just lots of music?
Lots of music, artwork. I've got a lot of mural projects, actually, a couple mural projects, and then we're putting out. I've finished recording the album with Kathryn, and Jim Van Dorn added some percussion and an upright bass player. So that will be. I'm mixing it right now. We're getting it mixed, and then we're gonna hopefully release it at the end of the summer or early fall. So
Cool.
yeah, so that's
Very cool.
coming down.
Kathryn, what do you have going on? I know you're in Art Week this week, right?
Yeah, I have a couple shows at the Arts Festival this weekend. One is with, thanks. One's with Abby Sawyer. She just put out a really stunning album. And then also the Cardinal Sound. It's a bluegrass band that I play with. But yeah, just lots of shows, teaching people how to read notes, and tuning pianos, because I'm a weird person that does that. And oh, yeah, you're welcome. Wow. Thanks. So pretty much just lots of shows and making music with him, kind of getting things going for ourselves. Just trying to promote album stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of shows together in the fall. Hopefully it'll be under maybe a duo name. We're still working on it, so no
That's
announcement
awesome.
yet what it's
That's
called. But
awesome. Well, we are delighted to have you here this evening, and we really appreciate all you're doing. One last question, especially for Kathryn. You know, you play with Chad a lot, but what's it like to play with the whole group?
Thanks. Well, okay. Not to turn it into it being about Chad, because that wasn't the question. But already playing with him, he's one of my favorite people, like one of my best friends, you know. I love this guy. So just doing his music in general is already really special, and it's one of the best musical experiences I've had in my life is working with him. Yeah. And so adding these also incredible musicians up here that add layers that are exactly right at the exact right moments is just a special thing to have. So, yeah. We're lucky to have them, all of them.
Well, it's always so fun to hear your songs played by different people, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just bring somebody new into the mix and it changes things.
Yeah, they have new ears on them, and some of these songs, you know, they take such care asking questions about them, and I'm like, well, I should have thought of that too, huh? But like, they really do care about the song, and the things you're nurturing and growing here at Monday Night Live is just, it's really cool to see from the outside, but to be on the stage is also pretty awesome. There's some great friends of mine who played it, and Jordan Messerol's here, J. Jeffrey Messerol's here, Bo, and all the other artists that have shared the stage. I'm sure they feel the same way. It's just working with ace players is always a blast, you know.
Thank you so much. It's so, you know, the other thing is it's just so much about building community. with music lovers and musicians that have Monday night off and can come down and hear each other, and just making this a really special place. So anyway, thank you guys so much. We're going to get back and get these guys back up here.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're going to stand.
Black beauty with the face that screams.
The journey. When I go, you should know. I reckon there should be a way to show you how much I really care. You should know there is no letter in the mail that could ever tell you how much I really care. When I go, remember to think about me. When you do, remember I'll be thinking of you. Remember I'll be thinking of you. Daddy's not around, but I have this old playground. Sometimes I sit alone on the swing. If he's gone for good, I'd change that if I could, but I got my own changing to do. When I go, you should know, I reckon there should be a way to show you how much I really care. You should know there is no letter in the mail that could ever tell you how much I really care. When I go, remember to think about me. When you do, remember I'll be thinking of you. Remember I'll be thinking of you. Red dirt in my shoes, right down the right answers, lead me to a truth. I've leather by my heart, now I'm looking for a start to the right road, but this road before me. When I go, remember to think about me. When you do, remember I'll be thinking of you. When I go, remember to think about me. When you do, remember I'll be thinking of you. Remember I'll be thinking of you. Yeah, how about that? Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, now this one here is called Her. I once tried to walk across the country and made it across the county and hurt my ankle and went home. And I wrote this song. I had every end, all my ambition was lost. I was laying in a wheat field in Missouri, looking up at the stars, and this harvest moon was rising and the sun was setting, and my dog was licking my face. And anyway, this is called Her, and it was about going through my divorce at the time, but really it's funny how songs kind of change throughout time, and this one started off as kind of a forlorn, lost love song, and now it's one that my kids ask for, a lullaby. So I'm like at night singing this about my divorce to my children. But I love it because now I can look at it a whole new way, and it's one of my, I do love this song, and anyway, it's called Her. Well, she sings at night with a warming voice that surely outshines the sun, so that every star in that galaxy paled to be next to her. And it's in the wheat where I fell down and saw the skies turning, so that every star in that galaxy is sang for me and for her. La-da-da-da-da, la-da-da. Well, the road was cracked and broken as I walked to the town. My will was broke, but my heart was warm as I longed to be with her. La-da-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da. So she sings at night with a warming voice that surely outshines the sun, so that every star in that galaxy, it paled to be next to her. La-da-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da. Kathryn Severing Fox, everyone. How about that? I'm going to get the other players up here. Yeah. That one you can't find on any albums. It's online if you want. It's on Bowl of Stars album. Actually, so is the other one. Yeah. Must be a Bowl of Stars night. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Pontchartrain. This song's called Pontchartrain, and yeah, it's on an album I did down at Sun Studio. The second one, we went down there and sang about New Orleans and Memphis. Well, the black Tupelo was the first to turn color this fall. In the New River Valley, singing old Levon songs. And I remember my first wife and how she used to smile at me, but that was long before she noticed. That was long before she noticed. That was long before she noticed the turning of the trees. Across Lake Pontchartrain, and the sky broke through its prison, made a circle of champagne. It was shining in the middle like a holy centrifuge, and I cried, mercy, mercy me. I cried, mercy, mercy me. I cried, mercy, mercy me. But I can only think of you. Oh, weren't we only at the beginning back there? Oh, we were only at the beginning back then. Along with all my foolish notions I held on to, and I still do every now and then. eyes so dark they reminded you of coal. Not the kind used for burning, but for sketching Oreos. With a song so sweet and yearning, it breaks your poet's heart and leaves you crazy in your turning. Leaves you crazy, crazy turning. Leaves you crazy, crazy turning till you turn it into art. Oh, weren't we only at the beginning back then? Oh, we were only at the beginning back then. Along with all my foolish notions I held on to, and I still do every now and then. So the black Tupelo are the first to turn color this fall. In the New River Valley, singing old Levon Helm songs. And I remember my first wife, how she used to smile at me, but that was long before she noticed. That was long before we noticed. That was long before we noticed the turning of the tree. Thank you very much. Pontchartrain. Well, this next one's on my newest album over there called Singing River, and it's this is a song that I don't know where it came out of. It just came from nowhere and wrote itself, and I was sitting there drinking my morning coffee and thought I should write about a man killing himself. And I'm going to send it to Jordan Messerol. That same morning I sent it to you. It's called Crimson Queen. There's a place near Sulphur Spring where the water tastes like wine. There's a place near Sulphur Spring, I used to go there all the time. She might be there still, I don't know. She could set her heart on fire with her crimson hair, light up like a funeral pyre with the ashes in the air. Ah, she might be there still, I just don't know. Oh, Billy took a shine to her and he asked her for her hand. Billy took a shine to her just like he was a drunken man. Yeah, found him in some Walmart parking lot. It seemed everybody saw him that day before he died. They said he'd gone half crazy with a wild look in his eyes. Yeah, they found him in that Walmart parking lot. That next verse. Oh, there we go. That garden hose was cut to the length of Billy's car. That garden hose was duct taped up to that car's exhaust. He fell asleep to that song called Crimson Queen. Oh, there's a note beside him lying in that bucket seat. In Billy's poor penmanship penmanship, just a scrawled in the Bluebird ink. And all it read was, I still love you, Crimson Queen. Oh, yeah, there's a note beside him, lying in that bucket seat. In Billy's Pope penmanship, just a scrawled in the Bluebird ink. All it read was, I still love you, Crimson Queen. Come on, Dave. Sulphur Spring where the water tastes like wine. There's a place near Sulphur Spring, I used to go there all the time. She might be there still, I don't know. Or she might be there still, I just don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Woo. Here's another new one here. Woo. Dave Ducharme-Jones on guitar, man. Kathryn Severing Fox on fiddle. Scot Sutherland on bass. And Russ Tomlinson on drums. I'm going to keep saying their names just so. This is on the album we're working on. This is called Wishing Well. It's an older song that I've never recorded, and it's not real old. It's only a couple years old, but. I don't want to or mean to hurt you. I don't mean to make you sad. Things we've spoken neath the starlight tell me what we never had. And if the morning had a secret, would you offer it to me? If the twilight had its own song, I'd sing for you its melody. But if time is like an ocean, love, you are like the tide. But if love is like the river, only rain can make it right. When I see you, if that day comes, only time will have to tell. But not all flowers can bloom forever, not all wishes leave the well. But if time is like the ocean, love, you are like the tide. But if love is like the river, only rain can make it right. I don't want to or mean to hurt you. I don't mean to make you sad. The things we've spoken beneath the starlight tell me what we never had.
Beautiful, beautiful, folks. Yeah. It's on the new one coming out sometime soon.
I better tune this one here. This is called Dirty River Catfish Blues. David Nelson, happy birthday, my friend. Good to see you. This one goes out to you. It's called Dirty River Catfish Blues. Well, I bottled up my poetry, that palm that ring he gave to me. Got too tired of the same old song. Oh, dirty river, come take me. Where we're going, I can't see. Once again, I'll fall into your fold. 'Cause a thirsty man will walk all the way to the sea. That cool, dirty river's holy water for me. I can't sink and I can't swim. Catfish feelings back again. Oh, dirty river, clean my soul. Me catching hell, just so you can bend me to your will. I would like to remind you of a man you once loved, tried and true. All the holes he left I can't fill. 'Cause the diamond in the rough I am not. I'm more like that big old bottom feeder that you caught. I can't sink and I can't swim. Catfish feeders back again. Oh, dirty river, clean my soul. the kitchen sink, but you can't make him take a drink if he don't want to help himself. He's kind of like that thirsty horse. You lead him straight to the source. If he's stubborn as a mule, it don't help. Also, don't work too hard when it's hot outside. That cool, dirty river's all you got sometimes. I can't sink and I can't swim. Catfish feelings back again. Oh, dirty river, clean my soul. Oh, diamond in the rough, I am not. I'm more like that big old bottom feeder that you caught. I can't sink and I can't swim. Catfish feelings back again. Oh, dirty river, clean my soul. Oh, dirty river, clean my soul.
Here's another new one. I'm playing a lot of new ones. It's called Untested Wings. Mm. Mm.
There's no use trying to go through.
No, that's not the first words, is it?
We're all born crying.
It was a really good moment there. It sounded really good, Brian. I just messed it all up. You know, when I wrote the song, there was this line that really started this song and just wrote itself. And why did I miss that line? I don't know. It's the first line of the song. It's "We're all born crying." Okay, here we go. What's that? Oh, yeah.
We're all born crying into the cradle. We cry till the day we go to the grave. There's no use trying to go through this world with an unbroken heart or untested wings. Oh, sometimes to fly we need to fall from up on high, from up on high. Oh, sometimes to run we need to crawl for many a mile, many a mile. So when I'm with you, all of life's pain, all of life's troubles all fall away. But when I'm alone, when I am blue, that's when the troubles come for their dues. Sometimes to fly we need to fall from up on high, from up on high. Oh, sometimes to run we need to crawl for many a mile, many a mile. Oh, sometimes to fly we need to fall from up on high, from up on high. So we're all born crying into the cradle. We cry till the day we go to the grave. There's no use trying to go through this world with an unbroken heart or untested wings.
Yeah, dude.
All right. I wrote this song up in Minnesota, and it's called Minnesota. Way up in Minnesota, the stars are frozen bright. Way up in Minnesota, where the stars are frozen bright. I sang myself a love song, 'cause my love can't hear me tonight. And I know I could have loved her forever and a day. Yes, I know I could have loved her forever and a day. And she would have loved me in return if I hadn't lost my way. There was something in the woods, scared the daylights out of me. There was something in the woods, mama, scared the daylights out of me. And I dropped my lantern when I ran away. Now I cannot see. But Lord, the wind, she's howling across the prairie land. Oh Lord, the wind, she's howling across the prairie lands. I'm still searching for that ribbon that the wind had taken out of my hand. We spoke to one another, each in our own dreams. Yes, we spoke to one another, each in our own dreams. But now I can't fall back to sleep. I'm wide awake, wondering what it means. Oh, way up in Minnesota, way up in Minnesota, I sing myself a love song. Thank you, thank you. Man. Play a few more here. This one's called Shy of Shameless. It's an autobiography. One, two, one, two. Woke up shy, shameless, dust in my hair. Left New York City to the kind and affair. Oh, now that the sun is rising, I feel right with the day. I woke up shy, shameless,
nothing can get in my way. Ha! Saugatuck River, it was singing us a song. All these Sunday drivers, they were moving us along. And I am on my way to some Massachusetts town. I woke up shy, shameless. Now nothing could get me down. Wandering on some New Jersey shore. We were chasing down our shadows, always asking for a little bit more. Oh, we were beat, we were busted, 1 foot always out the door. Well, we were just shy, shameless, but we were pretty hard to ignore. Down in Louisiana, there was a woman I once lost. The Mississippi came between us. Oh, never could find our way back across. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shy, shameless, dust in my head. Left New York City to the kind and the fair. Oh, I'm on my way to some Massachusetts town. Well, I was just shy and shameless. I tell you, but nothing's gonna get me down. Shameless, we were shy, shameless, we were shy, shameless, yeah, 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 yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, shy, shameless. Oh, man. Well, I'm so grateful for all of this. Thank you all for coming out tonight, but also grateful for being invited part of the Monday Night Live here, and grateful for these folks here on the stage with me. This is called Redemption Man. Yeah. I wrote this thinking about the folks that are collecting cans on the street, but also I was thinking about a few other things. I had this dream when I wrote it. There was this disheveled man. I was kind of in this wasteland in my dream. And and turns out it was Missouri. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry. I live 2 miles from the Missouri border. I'm allowed those jokes. No, there's this wasteland, and there was this man, and way off in the distance, this figure. It was just me and him, and as he got closer, I could see he was wearing just a burlap robe, like a monk. And he was long-haired, beard, and he just didn't say a word. And I was filled with all this anxiety at the time in my life about making a living doing this, or painting, sculpting, or writing songs, performing. And this was kind of addressed. I had that feeling in that dream. And he didn't say anything. He just pointed at the ground in the gully, and there was just, the sun broke through the clouds and illuminated all these aluminum cans all over it. And I knew what he was saying. He's saying, just pick up the cans, dude. They're everywhere. Yeah. And it's just this great metaphor for just appreciating and being grateful for and looking for abundance in your life. And so that's where this song came from. It's Redemption Man. What an awful thought. How could you say that? Haven't I done all the ridiculous things that you've asked? Or at least we could say that I've tried. Oh, at least I've tried to. But you say I've lost my mind. You haven't got a clue. The scarcity you seen, it is still haunting you. I'm probably the richest man you know. Ah, the richest man you know by far. Because I find my treasure all the time. I find that treasure by nickel and dime. No one can carry near as much as I, 'cause I'm the redemption man. And your grandma had a sheet. She hung it on the line and she let the wind move through it till it was bone dry, and you could smell the flowers from the fields in it. Ah, the flowers from the fields in it. When there's a storm a-coming, I can feel it in my bones as I sit here at the window, singing all alone. I cannot help but to think of you right now, to think of you right now. But your pride is on the fence, and your fears are hanging out, while your hope is on some hill. The prayer of forgiveness you sent out It hasn't reached us yet, it's still to come. Oh, it's still to come to me. But I find my treasure all the time. I find that treasure by nickel and dime. No one can carry near as much as I, 'cause I'm the redemption man. Man, you guys make me sound good. Thank you. Oh, man. We'll do one more. Thank you. Thanks to XBK for having us, having this really cool thing you're doing every Monday night, and honored to be a part of this series. So. I'm going to do this in tune now. I wrote this in California, and must have been missed in the Midwest because I was living like in Napa area, and I wrote about a barn burning down, so I must be missing Iowa. It's called Barns on Fire. Maybe. Thank you. Oh, man. Oh, in the barn's on fire, let it burn down to the ground. When the barn's on fire, let it burn down to the ground. 'Cause in the smoke and ashes, you never know what can be found. When love's long gone, let it run, run away. When love's long gone, let it run, run away. 'Cause you can't make a one every love wanna stay. When the barn's on fire, let it burn down to the ground. When the barn's on fire, let it burn down to the ground. 'Cause in the smoke and the ashes, never know what can be found.
found. Is in the smoke and the ashes, never know what can be found. Get cold, seep into your bones. The nights get cold, seep into your bones. I'll go find a love boy. Don't try to be alone. When the barn's on fire, let it burn down to the ground. When the barn's on fire, let it burn down to the ground. 'Cause in the smoke and the ashes, never know what can be found. Let it burn down to the ground. 'Cause in the smoke and the ashes, never know what can be found.
Hey guys, thanks so much. About this band, y'all. It's fun.